everyone. I'm Sophia Lucia Parola with Garden State Film Festival. Thank you for joining us today for yet again another filmmaker interview. First, I want to tell you about the film festival this year. It is the 22nd year. I cannot believe it. We are back in Asbury Park, New Jersey and Cranford, New Jersey. This year, we have over 200 film screening from over 14 countries, all different types of films, all different levels, all different categories. It's another great year. And I am here with some of the people who are part of making the short film called Let's Talk. This is such a beautiful short film. I love it. It's so special. I'm so excited. It is here at the 22nd year at Garden State Film Festival. And thank you all for taking the time to talk to me. Congratulations on your acceptance.
Thank you.
Of course. So let's start off by just introducing ourselves and our titles in the film. We could start off with you, Nora.
Hi, I am Nora Osterman Davis. I am 10 years old, and I helped write or create the ideas for the short film, and I was the therapist in the film.
Lovely. Thank you. Wendy?
I'm Wendy Lobel, and I was the producer. One of the producers was Stephanie, and the creative advisor.
Amazing. And Stephanie?
Hi, I'm Stephanie Angel. I'm the founder of Angelite Films, and I directed and produced Nora's film.
Amazing. Well, round of applause to you all, because as I said, the film is beautiful and I love it. I'm so excited it is here in our lineup this year. But first, can one of you just tell me a little bit about Let's Talk for our audience members who don't know anything about the film? What's the film about?
Do one of you want to share? Should I?
I'll just give a little background about Angelite, and then Nora, why don't you share a little more about the subject?
Okay. Sounds good.
So Angelite Films, we make short films for kids that have brain and spinal cord tumors, and they get to make a movie about whatever they want it to be about. So it's sort of like film therapy, which is very much in alignment what Nora's film is she plays a therapist. She'll tell you a little bit more about that. But I mean, it could be a music video, a documentary, a narrative. It's a creative way for these amazing kids like Nora to express themselves.
That's beautiful.
As Stephanie was saying, it is kind of like film therapy. In my case, literal film therapy, because I took the role of a therapist. But on the topic of Let's Talk is pretty much about me as a therapist, which is a job I actually am considering for when I'm older, and how each of my friends, or my friends and their siblings, or family members represent a different scenario or a different client. So for some of my friends, like one of them asked for a meditation about pizza, and one of them, we actually got to bring in a therapy dog named Raina, and I loved how I got to do different things with each person, because each one kind of represented a different person in a different scenario. Do either of you have anything you want to add on?
Do you want to tell a little bit about Sahana?
About what?
You and interviewing Sahana in your film?
Oh, Shahana?
Or having her be one of your patients, I should say.
Shahana is this really sweet little girl who I met. And when I first met her, it was on, I think, a FaceTime. And she was in the hospital at the time, and I could barely understand her. So when I found out I could have her in my film, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, it would be so sweet and heartwarming. So when I saw her, I remembered from when I saw her in the hospital that she loved to draw. So I was like, hey, why don't we draw for her therapy? And I just thought it was really sweet, because the way she expressed her feelings through her art, and I kind of got to talk to her through art, and I felt what she was going through, and I was saying to her, I did, and you couldn't get through this. if I can, then like so can you, and just like really sweet, supportive stuff. So the experience was kind of like how I was just getting to know her heart and soul.
Beautiful. Was she the little girl that you asked what was the most difficult part about having a brain tumor?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, and beautiful. And
The one who I was doing drawing with?
yeah.
Yeah, that was her.
Speaking
If you
of,
see
I
this,
mean,
love you, Shahana.
yes. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do that. I mean, and everyone in the film, and Nora, I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna talk to you in a second about playing the therapist because you're the star of the film and you were phenomenal. But Wendy, you were a producer on this film. Talk to me about getting some of the other amazing children we see in this film. The whole cast. Who are these people?
Well, the cast was made up of Nora's friends and a few relatives, and really all the credit goes to Nora and her mom. And they were just all great, and they came prepared with questions for Nora, and she just answered them like a pro. And it was, I think it was really fun and moving for everyone. And I have to say, Nora was really incredible as a therapist. I mean, I think she's probably better than a lot of therapists who are grown-ups who are out there working.
Thank you.
I need to say, as soon as the film opens up, just with your voiceover, I didn't expect you to be this 9-year-old girl. You are so mature and intelligent and then so talented. And we talked a little before this. So you wrote the film, but a lot of the therapy scenes, it was all improv. This was just you on the top of your head.
Actually, not a lot of them. Every
Wow.
single shot we took, I was improvising. Like, all we planned was like the plot and what each of we didn't even, Stephanie, I don't even think we planned what my friends were gonna talk about, right?
I think we just like emailed them, just come up with a few questions that you might want to ask, but you could also come up with something on the spot. But we just asked them just in case they had trouble on the spot, just to come up with a few ideas ahead of time. But I think everyone ultimately just said what they were feeling in the moment.
Overall, it was pretty much just all improv.
And I was wondering, I was like, this is so good. I mean, I'm sure the fact that it was improv and everyone just truly listening and talking to each other is the reason why it's so beautiful and organic and meaningful. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Nora, what was it like playing this therapist? Obviously, it seems like you brought your whole self into this role. Like, was it really just you as a therapist or like?
No, as a matter of fact, it wasn't just me as a therapist. It was me actually thinking about this as a real life scenario and actually saying something kind and meaningful to my friends and family. Because I think even if it's partially acting, every day, everyone who you care about, or pretty much just everyone you see, like if you just see a random person on the street, you can smile or wave. Everyone deserves a little kindness in their day. Even if it's just acting, you can still make it meaningful. So I kind of spoke from my heart and not my head.
Love that. That was just you speaking from the heart. And wow. And I know you said this is actually something you're interested in doing, being a therapist.
Mostly I kind of want to be a therapist for kids like me because I can help them because I know what it's like to go through cancer.
Wow. Well, I mean, you're amazing already. And I know that whatever you do is going to be amazing. Stephanie, I want to ask you what it was like directing this beautiful short film, Let's Talk. What was important when it came to directing this story and telling the story?
So I think the most important thing was capturing Nora's essence and brilliance, which was the easy part. And just making sure that we had two cameras at all times so we were capture the reaction from the patient and Nora's question. So getting the angles right to be able to not miss a moment, an organic moment, and not have to have them act to replay what they said. So we always had two cameras going. I think that made a big difference for getting the raw moments that we did.
And Wendy, what was so important about producing this? Obviously, you had to work with a lot of children, and this film is just so beautiful. So I know a lot went into producing it. What really entailed being a producer on this?
Well, I think it was really a combination of you know, allowing Nora to be herself and like Stephanie said, to, you know, to capture her essence. And then when we were working on putting her story together, making sure that it was something that that Nora would be happy with, but also a story that that audiences would be able to relate to and be moved by. So it was really a combination, but most importantly, it was to make sure that the film was something that was going to be meaningful and meaningful to Nora.
And Nora, how is it meaningful to you? How does this film come out? Is it what you hoped it to be?
Yes, because I know for everyone who sees it, I hope it makes them feel that even if they're different, they're not alone, and how everyone is special, beautiful, and strong no matter who they are.
I love that. I'm gonna get emotional. This film is just so beautiful, and the meaning behind it, and obviously what you hope for the film is absolutely, I know, going to happen. It already happened with just me, just watching it, just one person watching it. Stephanie, I really want to ask you. You're the founder of Angel Light Films. I think it is beautiful, the mission and what you guys do. When did you find this production company, and what is it like? I mean, telling these stories about with these kids.
Yeah, so I started Angel Light Films back in 2009, and I had this idea originally. I had a sister who had a brain tumor when we were kids, and I wanted to make films for kids with brain tumors. And then I thought, no, these kids have to make the films because, like Nora, you know, they're so wise beyond their years and have so much to share. And just asking, you know, like Nora, like, do you have any ideas for your film? Like, their ideas just come up organically, and they're so creative and unique. And I could never come up with anything nearly as good as they have. So, you know, my goal is just to capture, with no agenda, you know, what they want to express. And that's the magic, and that's the most fun part, as a director and producer, is to, you know, make their vision come to life.
And Nora, as the amazingly talented child who got to have their vision come to life, what was it? I mean, do you feel any different after going through this experience? You wrote a film, you're the star of this film, it's at Garden State Film Festival. Do you feel any, like, how does it feel to make a film and be in this film?
It feels really good because I get to express myself. And I didn't only do this film. Like, I love acting in general. Like, I'm actually currently in a play. I'm doing rehearsals.
Amazing.
At my school every year they do a musical that fifth grade does. So sometime in fifth grade, I got to be in the musical. This year they're doing Finding Nemo the musical, and I actually did get Nemo. So
Congratulations.
I still love acting. I still take it really deep. I go into character. So I feel like not only did this impact me, but inspired me to keep acting.
I love that. And I'm sure just Stephanie and Wendy bringing these visions to children who might be struggling and going through an issue that no one should have to go through, and they're able to express themselves and make beautiful art, and it inspires them. That's beautiful what you guys do. And I'm so happy Let's Talk is here at Garden State Film Festival. We talked a little about Nora's hopes for this film. Stephanie, Wendy, what are your hopes for people watching Let's Talk?
I think I'm just hoping that they are inspired and, comforted and by everything Nora has to share, and that they don't feel alone. And if anyone's going through either having a brain tumor or any other kind of challenge or obstacle, it doesn't have to be the exact same challenge. That they know that they're not alone, and that they could get through this, which is really Nora's message of the film. We hope to reach larger audiences, like at the Garden State Film Festivals, and, you know, other kids that would benefit from seeing Nora's film.
Absolutely. Wendy, anything you want to add right there?
Well, I mean, I think that, Nora, something that was important to Nora was that, that people might be different. They might have different experiences, but that it doesn't mean that they should be treated any differently. And I think Nora, just being who she is, and even with everything that she's been through, I think, it just the way that she expresses herself and the way her personality and her essence really comes through, and I think really shows that that she having a brain tumor is, she's just like anybody else. She's just had some different challenges, and I think that'll be very inspiring to people.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm here thinking it is a superpower because Nora, you're at your age. I would not be able to say, let alone on the cuff, improvising the things that came out of your mouth and the talent and the heart that you spread. It is phenomenal. So I, again, am so happy you guys made Let's Talk and that audiences at Garden State Film Festival get to see this beautiful essence and beautiful story. Let me tell everyone watching how you can see Let's Talk. It will be screening Sunday, March 24th. The film block starts at 12:15 p.m. at Berkeley Hotel. Definitely come check it out. Get your tickets at www.gsff.org/tickets. And thank you again for taking the time out of your day to talk to me, and congratulations.
Before we end, I would like
Yeah.
to say one more thing.
Please.
There is someone I would like to give a very special shout out to. If she is or isn't watching this, I would like to give a humongous shout out to my mom, Heather, for helping me get through all the hard times, for always being there for me, for making me smile when I wasn't at my best, and for still making me laugh to this day, and helping me get to where I was recording the film just to help me become the amazing person I am today. So if you're watching this, love you, Mommy. I love you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Nora, Wendy, and Stephanie. Hope to see you all at the festival and more films from Angelite Films. Thank you, guys. Have a good night or a good day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.